0401 2024. Data log 1. Stream 1. Woo! Okay, introductions out of the way. I kid. I'm Yumi Kiku, and we have Dizzy with us, and we have no special nothing, really. But I wrote it down, and I just don't know how to read. No, I was actually supposed to say, I'm Yumi Kiku, your guide on this journey called life. And I was supposed to write down today's plans, and then we were supposed to go, who's here to help? And then we were supposed to say Dizzy. But I don't follow the rules. Reason for this model. I felt like it. Well, I could switch over in a moment, and then we'll insert your stuff, since that'll happen. Why this one? Because this is what we cut to record. I mean, cut after, or whatever the words are. Question marks. Question marks? Why this model? Because I freaking felt like it. Okay, now that we have introductions out of the way. Dizzy's there. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Dizzy.
Hi.
Moving on to my jokes. So what I wanted to start with, actually, because I like to go out of order. I don't know what my problem is. I wrote it down. What is my deal? Draws blank. Straight blank. Across the screen, just dots. Just dots straight across the screen. So, what is April Fool's? Dizzy, what the freak is April Fool's?
It was a day a long time ago to prank people and stuff, to bring awareness that you shouldn't believe everything, you know.
Wish my eyes would stop blinking like they just have each something to say at all times. Sorry, Dizzy, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't know what my problem is.
That's all good. Yeah, it was a time to bring awareness to stuff and to play, pranks on people, to have fun. Stuff like that.
My notes tell me that it is celebrated on April 1st.
Oh yeah, that is the first,
I think
most important
I feel like
part.
That,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's for pranks, hoax, and humor. None of which I have. But apparently, according to Thoth, there's no one who knows the exact origin of it. But there are fun theories. Do you know any of them?
Nope. Can't say I do. Why don't you inform me?
Well, apparently, in 1582, France switched from the Julian to Gregorian calendar. So they think that from it being moved from April 1st to the actual New Year we all celebrate is what it is. So, they like to say that the people who still celebrate it in April on the 1st are April Fools. Dun 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 dun. There's also apparently Roman. I mean, we all think about the Roman Empire every so often, right?
Every 3 days. Or twice a day.
Just like how it keeps a weekend so hard. Should have fixed that sensory on that before we started. It wasn't so bad earlier until I freaking hate start.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun. So what are you playing right now? What is this?
Playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, the definitive edition.
Wow, what a nerd.
Yeah, it was a game that came out on the Wii U, and they just redid it. Because recently, the servers went down on the Wii U, rest in peace. And so, I'm kind of glad that they brought this back, because it was I would almost say a cult classic, because it wasn't like a big super success like commercially, but I've met a lot of people that played this game and they love this game, and I do too. It plays like an MMO except single player. Really fun.
A whole lot of, I don't know, filtered. So I can't remember the other information I was told. I done did forget it. I'll undo you. You'll be quiet until I... So now I get to control whether or not you're allowed to speak. I like that. Now you... Ha 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 ha. I have all the power now. Ah ha ha. Okay. I do remember the joke where in 1957 the spaghetti tree, BBC aired a story showing people harvesting spaghetti from trees. So they had viewers calling in asking, they were inquiring about how they too could grow their own spaghetti trees.
Did it come with meatballs?
No meatballs. Did you wish for that? Do you want to speak? I don't know. This other one's about baseball. I don't know much about baseball. So, but apparently there was they faked a baseball player who could throw at 168 miles per hour. I don't know the full backstory on that, but that sounds bonkers to have illustrated in 1985. Like, what was that? Like, gosh, there was like no technology really. No, there was, but not like what we have now. So how did they just draw it? No, graphics were good at that time because they already made Godzilla. So, you're over there laughing. You're genuinely over there laughing at me. Whenever you can't see what's in my head like I can. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Now we're gonna talk about my dad jokes. What?
Am I about to be tortured?
I don't know about that, but you're gonna be quiet. Okay, first dad joke. You have to like knock on the floor or something if you want to talk. Otherwise, you just have to be quiet. So, which famous inventor was also a practical joker? Go, Dizzy, guess.
I don't know. Nope, I don't know. Give it.
Ben Franklin.
My God.
Meow, I'm so funny. Ha ha ha. Let's little drum roll. Don't all stand up and clap at the same time. Okay, what's the next one? Why can't people keep secrets at a bank? Because there are too many tellers. Did you hear about the human cannonball?
No, what did...
He got fired. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. What is a boxer's favorite drink?
Fruit punch.
It just says punch.
Oh.
Why is tennis such a loud game?
I don't know. Why is it such a loud game?
Because each player raises a racket. Which sport is always getting into trouble?
Which one? I don't know.
Badminton. When is a baseball player like a spider?
When they're... Actually, I don't know. Tell me.
When he catches a fly. I forgot that they even have that in the sport. Okay. Ooh, I got a good one. What is the hardest part about skydiving?
I don't know. What is the hardest part about skydiving?
The ground. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what do you call an Italian referee? A Roman umpire! It's great. It's fantastic. These are super, super cheesy sometimes. I've got 2 books to go. I have a bookmarker in here. I wonder why. It says, where do snowmen dance at... Oh, almost said it. Almost said it. Where do snowmen dance?
The...
At the snowball! What color is rain? Anybody? What color... What color is rain?
What color is rain?
What color is rain? That is not the... Clear is not the correct answer. Blue is not the correct answer. Watercolor.
I'm not giving you that one.
Okay, well, what does a cloud wear under his raincoat?
A water belt? Rain belt?
Thunderwear. You took too long. You took too long. Listen. I tried to catch some fog. I missed. Questionable mark. What is every snowman's favorite cereal?
Snowflakes.
Frosted Flakes. Oh gosh. What do you call a warm iceberg?
A hot bird.
In the ocean. Well, when the iceberg melts into the ocean. Duh. Oh. What do you call a weatherman who works a second job at a butcher shop? A meteorologist.
A meteorologist.
Yeah. What did the dirt say to the rain?
What did it say?
If you keep this up, my name will be mud. That's terrible. Okay, like, I'm about to switch to the other book, but I know this one has some good ones. What did all the evil chickens lay? Deviled eggs. Dun. Damn, that was pretty good. What kind of school does a giraffe go to? High school.
Let's go.
Oh God, she says, oh God. What is the scariest horse in the world?
A high horse. I don't know.
A nightmare. It's a play on words. Speaking of silly, where do funny frogs sit?
On the silly pad.
On the silly pad.
I can't believe I got that one.
What does Jeff Bezos do before he goes to sleep? He puts on his PJ Amazon? Oh, his, like, pajamas, but pajamas on. Okay, I didn't, because we are deaf and didn't hear that wordplay. I see, I get it here, but that was a really good one. I totally ruined it. What nationality is Santa Claus?
Definitely Arctic.
North Polish. Oh no. What is Tarzan's favorite Christmas carol?
I don't know, Dashing through the...
Jungle Bells.
To get his
Why
quarterback.
did the football coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback? Did you just do it?
Yeah, I jumped the gun.
What is a parent's favorite Christmas carol? Silent Night.
I'm coming to you.
Why does Santa have a garden?
I don't know. Why does Santa have a garden?
So he can ho ho ho. I don't want you to. Why are you dad joking back at me while I'm reading out of a dad joke book? What is this? If you were gonna be the dad joke machine, then what am I doing? Why are we having dad offs? Because we can. I'm switching up books. What did the buffalo say to his son when he left for college? Okay. Bye, son. Oh. I got it. So, why don't eggs tell jokes? They crack each other up! What did the coffee report to the police?
I don't know. What did he report?
A mugging.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking about having my ashes stored in a glass urn. Remains to be seen.
That's good.
Some people like elevators, some like escalators. Depends on how they were raised. Well, I'm gonna smack you with some more, okay? Hold on, she's threw another one at me. What do computers eat for snacks? Microchips. Where are you looking dad jokes up? You're just pulling these out that you're remembering right now? I don't appreciate the dad off. Okay, so what do you call two monkeys who share an Amazon account?
I don't even know.
Prime, mate.
Oh.
How much do I love crunchy tacos? From my head to my toes. I don't get it, but okay. I once got fired from a canned juice factory. Apparently, I couldn't concentrate. Did you hear about the gardener who was so excited for spring? Yep, they wet their plants. 'Cause spring is raining. I had a neck brace fitted years ago, but I have never looked back since. What's brown and sticky?
Syrup?
A stick. Sometimes when I have a moment to relax, I spend time looking at my ceiling. I'm not sure if it's the best ceiling in the world, but it's definitely up there. If a baby refuses to nap, is he guilty of resisting arrest? Why shouldn't you dress trees? Why shouldn't you trust trees? 'Cause they're shady. What did one knife say to the other? Looking sharp. This is like, I feel like we should have more dad offs at this point in life. What do you call an owl that has armor on? A night owl! You make me laugh so hard, I cry.
Fell off my dinosaur.
Dear Matt, please grow up and solve your own problems. Today my son asked, can I have a bookmark? And I bursted into tears. He's 11 years old and still doesn't know my name is Brian.
Okay.
What the freak does that mean? What is going on? If sweet dreams are made of cheese,
What?
who am I to disagree? That's a piece of bread, if anybody wanted to know.
Hey, thank you. I didn't know.
What kind of medical professional is Dr. Pepper? A physician. What do you call a laughing jar of mayonnaise?
I don't know.
LMAYO. LaMayo.
LaMayo.
Okay, what else we've got? What are you fighting? What is this? What is going on the screen?
Guy with some good teeth.
A guy with good teeth. You disrespect me.
It's-
You no longer get the mic.
It's called a...
I have no idea what is going on the screen, but it looks like he's in Dead Man Glutch. I don't know where that is, but he's fighting a tainted Caro. I don't know if that's how that's said, but that person just spoke and said, nice moves. He's doing some kind of damage. I don't know what's going on the screen, but it's something. What is this game again? I done forgot. You told me, but I forgot. Okay, I'm back to my, What cat is the least loyal? A cheetah. A cheetah. My wife came up to me and said, you never pay attention to what I say. What a weird way to start a conversation. Lamau, where did the hippie's wife live? Mississippi. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Yum, 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 yum. I lost my job at the bank on my first day. A customer asked me to check his balance, so I pushed him over. That would be a shame. Why was the artichoke so generous? It had a big heart. That makes sense. Now I'm a little hungry. Oh no. I'm a little hungry now. Why did the student eat his homework? His teacher told him it would be a piece of cake. Gross. Did you hear about the weather joke with a terrible punchline? It was very anticlimactic. I think I did well in my job interview today. The supervisor said they were looking for somebody responsible. Look no further, I said. Whenever there was trouble at my previous company, they always said I was responsible. Knock, knock. Who's there? Alpaca. Who? Alpaca the trunk. What? What happens when you don't pay for your exorcism? You get repossessed. I don't want to do no more knock knocks. What did the two slices of bread say on their wedding day? It was loaf at first sight. The future, the present, and the past walk into a bar. Things got a little tense. Double minutes. I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet. As a lumberjack, I've cut down exactly 2,417 trees. I'm certain of this number because every time I cut one down, I keep a log. Can February March? No, but April May. What kind of tea is the hardest to swallow? Reality. What's going on the screen?
There's a giant robot in the middle of the thing.
No signs of any radiation. Infrared, motion sensors. I got
Thanks. My recliner and I go way back. Two guys walked into a bar. The third guy ducked.
I can't even tell what its armor is made of.
A magician walks down an alley and turns into a bar.
Oh.
A guy walks into a bar disqualified from the limbo contest.
It's pulsing off of this thing. It's almost
All three of those were separate jokes.
somehow still.
I couldn't tell at that point. I'm not gonna lie.
A soccer ball walks into a bar and the bartender kicks him out. What is this? What do sprinters eat before a race?
I don't know. What do they eat?
Nothing. They fast.
Oh my.
What is the tallest building in the world?
Um.
The library. It has the most stories.
Oh my.
What do you call a wizard who's really bad at football?
I don't know. What do you call it?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do. Oh, did you hear about the rising cost of balloons?
No.
It's a classic case of inflation.
Oh, man.
If money doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches? I went to buy a pair of camouflage pants, but I couldn't find any.
To get to the other side.
What's black and white and goes around and around?
What?
A penguin in a revolving door. I'm thinking about removing my spine. It feels like it's the only thing holding me back. I have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. Why couldn't bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. Dun, 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 dun. Freaked up, but that's okay. They say money talks, but all mine says is goodbye. Did you hear about the fight at the concert? They said it was pretty rockin'. So now I'm gonna derail, whatever the word is that I'm looking for right now. I am super excited for, I believe I have it on my schedule. I'm supposed to release the remaining half of the schedule. Coming up soon. No, I'm probably just gonna release it every 4 days. So, probably on the 3rd day. So on the 3rd, I'll probably release the other half. But, I'm excited for the Johnny Somali case. To be honest, did I add that in here? When was it? I think I was supposed to go and include it in my notes at the least. Or is it on the 9th?
I'm not too sure.
I think it is on the 9th. I think his court case is 9th. I don't know. April 8th. I believe it's April 9th. Okay, so I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to see what they do to him. Very interested.
Yeah, screw that dude.
So that day will be fun. But look, what else do I got? I got a couple of things to complain about. What the dude? Oh, I was supposed to look into some of the things going on in one of the police departments. I was pretty interested in what was going on over there. But that sounds like a little dark. But let's see. What is the most top current trending stuff? Because that is something I have. Elon's face. I just wish he would stop appearing on my stuff. So, Chime Premium Tier Banking Features is like #1, and National Burrito Day, free burritos, is #2 on freaking, that's crazy. A cold front in Texas, the next one is Solo Leveling, which is dope as hell, man. And then the FDA HHA layoffs is next, and then Rolex Land Dweller Watch is next. I'm kind of curious. At Arsenal FC, Fulham FC. I don't know what that is, but okay. And then something about a bridge closing from falling ice? Question mark.
Dang.
And then it's about one of the activist students. The next one is a national park, American flag climb, Catholic charities, Supreme Court. What are people looking up? What is going on? Like, I feel like I've been left out of something.
Right?
What is
We're
a
out of the loop.
H-1B visa lottery result? Like, and then the Beatles movie with Sam Mendes is the next thing, and then April Fool's pranks. God, April Fool's stuff is trending. Aw, sorry. And then the iOS 18.4 new emojis. What? That's crazy. That's wild. When I last looked at it, it was something else. Completely something else. Like the Big Ben and all that jazz. Duolingo giving me anxiety. The chat GPT from Reddit tickles me. It has... I wish I could put it on the screen. What's next? The signal messages, that's hilarious. The tariffs, that's also funny. That'll be also fun. We'll have like a little thing, just go and celebrate it or whatever. And then, you know, Louisiana being the true traffic control of everything and is trying to steer everything. 'Cause, you know, smash some politics into my sandwich. I guess I'm excited to do all the other things, but like, I don't really have. I should have put together a little bit more coherent topic whenever it came to the other stuff. So they had the thing with the that director chick lady. I don't know, the Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, that one. Okay. I had seen one of the TikToks about her or whatever, and it was hilarious because of like all the comments. And then I was like looking at her, I'm like, she's just kind of like a little unsettling with her like makeup. Somebody should help her. She needs like help with her makeup, because I feel like there's a better way to take care of your face, and she's not doing that. But whatever. Someone made a comment in the comments, because I'm a comment reader, I have a problem. She needs to spend less time worrying about coming up with lies and excuses and more time searching for a pore minimizer. That skin is a federal crime. I do agree that there's 100% plenty of types of face care. I'm happy to recommend some to her that she should probably try, because geez, I feel like we could take her more serious if I wasn't looking at all the dimples on her cheeks. What was next? They had that recent thing that came out that even Bose covered with those cult leaders. Just the Twin Flame. It's a Twin Flame cult. It's made by like a husband and wife or something, and they were like forcing people into being trans and things. And then like there's this one part in the video where he just like takes a deep breath. He's like, give me a moment, and he takes a deep breath, and then he comes back with God loves everyone, and then proceeds to pretty much throw these people underneath a moving train of delusion. He's really in a different world. He genuinely is, and it's just a little wild to me. In other news, Japan and Brazil's leaderships are agreeing on things. Woo! They had a meeting apparently between the president of Brazil and Japan's prime minister on Wednesday, probably like a few weeks ago. Let me see. I don't know. Where is my details? Last week on the 26th. Dun dun dun. And there's more fun stuff. More fun stuff. I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of scary. Many of the ways that I've been trying very hard to learn how I could grab y'all's attention so that y'all pay attention. Look, a squirrel. I swear next time I'll have it set up. It's a really good picture of a nice squirrel. It's a pretty cute little squirrel. Adorable. He's really brown and the green grass. I don't know. I don't think I screenshotted anything else to entertain myself. Okay, back to what are you doing right now?
I'm grinding.
Grinding?
I'm having to grind because I didn't pick the best class to fight. And people can argue if they want, but
I like that suit. I like the suit you're wearing. It doesn't match my colors, but I like that suit.
Right. It is a nice suit, huh?
Yeah, it's a great suit. Well, you keep grinding it out. We continue reading my dad jokes just so that we can keep cutting, and it's just bam, 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 funny jokes. Haha, not funny jokes. Ha ha ha, funny joke, not funny joke. So the shovel was a groundbreaking invention. And today I found out that the local man killed by a falling piano will have a low-key funeral. But a cheese factory in France exploded. Debris is everywhere. It is a cheese. But Like, what's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know. Tell me.
Attire. Dun, 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 dun. My uncle named his dogs Rolex and Timex. They're his watchdogs. Dun, 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 dun. And then just to jump straight back into it, the grocery store clerk asked me if I wanted my milk in a bag. I had to tell him, no, I'd prefer that it stays in the carton. But, like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away if you can throw it hard enough. A ship carrying red paint and a ship carrying blue paint collided in the middle of the ocean. Both crews were marooned. If you liked this video, then you should hit the like button. And if you're interested in seeing more, then go ahead and hit the subscribe. If not, you're lost. And if you have a problem or you thought any of the jokes were funny, go ahead and leave a comment. Signing off, Yumi Kiku, Jane, Mata Ashta, and bloopers now. Blah! Filtered. And now all my dad jokes you guys are going to hear. My whatever I got. So, what does a computerized frog say? Reboot. I made a pencil with an eraser at both ends. It was pointless. I decided to sell our vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. I didn't want to believe that my dad was stealing from his job as a road worker. But when I got home, all the signs were there. A friend of mine went to mime school, and I've never heard from him again. I can't stand elevators. They drive me up a wall. Last week, my partner and I built an igloo. Our friends came over and threw us a housewarming party. Now we're back to square one. I thought culinary school was going to be difficult, but the final exam was a piece of cake. My new neighbors haven't put house numbers on their homes yet. They really should address that. My friend said he didn't understand what cloning is. I said that makes two of us.
Excellent strategy.
Someone has been stealing the dogs in our neighborhood. The police say they have several leads. What? I mean, doggy leads, yeah, but I finished my first week of excavation training. So far, I'm really digging it. Why are snails bad at racing? Can you give a guess, Dizzy?
It's because they're sluggish.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I wrote a joke about German sausages, but it was the worst. My partner caught me kicking ice cubes that had fallen on the kitchen floor underneath the fridge. At first, she was annoyed. Now it's water under the fridge. I spent a lot of time, money, and effort kid-proofing the house, but the kids still get in. They say that the desserts in Italy are the best in the world. I've never been, so I can only imagine. Some people can't tell the difference between... I can't even tell the difference between Dizzy.
Some people can't tell the difference between entomology and etymology. They bug me in ways I can't put into words.
Arigato.
It's a sophisticated joke.
I hate it when people say age is just a number. Age is clearly a word.
Thank you for reading it like that.
A travel agent told me they could get me a free trip to Egypt if I could get 5 other people to sign up. It sounded like a pyramid scheme. What state is known for its small drinks? Minnesota. I went to a seafood disco the other night and ended up pulling a muscle. I was recently hired to run the old McDonald farm. I'm the CIEIO. Did you hear about the board banker? They lost interest in everything. I never buy pre-shredded cheese because shredding it yourself is great. I added in words probably. Shredding it yourself is great. What do scholars eat when they're hungry? Academia nuts. To the person who invented zero. Thanks for nothing. My son was determined to climb the stairs, so I wrote him a step-by-step guide. A dad submitted 10 different puns to a joke contest sponsored by the local newspaper. He hoped that at least one would make the final round. Unfortunately, no pun intended. I don't play soccer because I want to go pro. I'm just doing it for kicks. Just like this VTubing. But which U.S. state has the most streets? Disney, do you know?
Which ones have the most streets?
Rhode Island. What do you get from a pampered cow?
What do you get from a pampered cow?
Spoiled milk. My wife and I let astrology get between us. It tore us apart. What do you call a coupon using vampire? A sucker for good deals. Come on, you have to know this one. Why are bakers so rich?
Because they, nope, I don't know.
Because they make a lot of dough. A pair of cows were talking in a field. One says, "Have you ever heard about the mad cow disease that's going around?" "Yeah." The other cow I couldn't even take myself serious. The other cow says, "Makes me glad I'm a penguin." Whoa, what the freak? Why does Waldo wear a striped shirt? Because he doesn't want to be spotted. Okay, but no, in all realness, my boss asked me why I only get sick on weekdays. I said it must be my weekend immunity system. There was this one time I asked a librarian where they kept the books about paranoia. She looked up and whispered, "They're right behind you." Dizzy, do you want to tell me what you're doing?
I am currently still grinding because I'm bad.
Great. I'm just sure that people will be like, "What's going on in the game? What's going on in the game?" I don't know. I'm reading dad jokes. The game's just there for you ADHD mode. Filtered.
Yep.
And so I just try and be nice and make sure I'm thoroughly entertaining you. I hope my jokes is funny. And if they are, you should still hit the like button.
You're funny looking.
Maybe you could subscribe. You're just gonna have to figure out the mic situation because I can't help you. But back to my dad jokes. What do you call a zombie while he's cooking stir fry? A dead man walking. What did the shy pebble wish for? To be a little bolder. Did you hear the guy who got kicked out of the secret cooking society? He spilled the beans. What do you call 2 octopuses that look the same? Tentacle. I was in a grocery store when a man started to throw cheese, butter, and yogurt at me. How dare he? My wife, oh, my bad. I told my wife that a husband is like fine wine. He just gets better with age. The next day, she locked me in the cellar. 4 fonts. Walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve your type here." That one was cringe. I cringed out thoroughly. Okay, I'm done with my dad jokes. Listen, if you enjoyed this, again, I'm going to say it again, hit the subscribe button. I'll be streaming every day for the full month of April of 2025. And I mean, just check out, see if you can call me out on my BS. Who knows? Maybe I'm just a filtered and you'll just have to, I don't know, stop being such a filter and join. And tell me how it is in the comments. Ask me questions. I don't know. Say something. It's not that hard. Put something in, help me get out there. The quicker that I can get to what I'm doing, the faster I'll literally be able to give you guys even more than whatever I've given you. And who doesn't want that? If you don't want that, well then why are you here? If you made it this far, you should really ask yourself that at this point. And with that said, filtered. Anyways, until next time.